Every Sunday, still do.
All right. And you became.
And now I'm on it. Yeah,
now you're on
so
it.
cool.
This is not your first time on it, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But and then you became friendly with Amy. And at that time, you were a 13-year-old playing in a Kiss cover band called Rocket Ride.
Right. Yeah, we did something for the Make-A-Wish Foundation around then, and I had actually gotten Ace Frehley's guitar then from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we kind of did something, a concert for them, to give back a little bit.
Did we promote it?
I believe you guys did.
Okay, well, just give us credit.
Yeah,
anyway.
you did. You absolutely did.
But we've always, we've kept up on you throughout the years.
Oh yeah, man.
And I knew you were destined to become a rock star.
Thank you, dude.
And now you look like now you're part of the fellow degenerate family.
Right. Yep. I'm right in there.
You fit right in with us, brother. Ain't no doubt about it. So we met as a kid, and now So I mean. The band, I know this is your second EP, right?
Yes, this is our second one, yeah.
The first one blew up. I know you were on the Wrat before on another show.
Yeah, we were on Jersey Rock a couple times. I think we're going to be back on there again.
With Nikki Black?
Yeah, with Nikki.
She's very cool.
On Metal Week, I believe, because, we got some metal in there,
You're a metal band?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I would say that metal/hard rock, leave it a little general.
No, but the first EP that you sent me was great, and now the new one, No Rest for the Weary, did it officially come out?
It didn't release on every website yet, like iTunes. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon, like as we speak or whatever, but I know that it will be up on all those sites. Every basically social media, distributor or online distributor that you can be on, it'll be there.
And the first EP is out everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that's some great stuff, man.
Where did Spread the Wealth EP?
Spread the Wealth. Yeah, I mean, did you guys record? Where did you record that at?
We actually recorded that in Bayville at 816 Studios with Pat Noon. I think he actually did an interview with Nikki too before.
Oh, okay.
On Artist Maybe Support Series, like not too long ago.
He owns a record label too?
I'm not sure. Actually, no, he doesn't own a record label.
He owns a recording studio.
Right, he owns a studio. He's had it for years. He used to work out of his house, and he's been over at this place in Bayville now for the last few years. And
he did this one too?
He's blowing up too. He's done a lot of really good people and stuff too. And yeah, he did this one too.
No, I know you guys are blowing up.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
I know you got I mean, obviously I wanted you to come down because you have a big gig coming up at the Starland, right?
Right.
Starland Ballroom.
Yeah, on November 2nd, Sunday, November 2nd, 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. And it starts a little bit sooner, I guess, because of being a Sunday night and all, so hopefully it'll draw.
You hit the stage at 5 o'clock.
We actually hit the stage, I believe we're second up that night, so we may not be on until around 6:30-ish, around there probably,
Okay.
So, yeah, but that's with Nonpoint.
Okay.
And Gemini Syndrome and Islander, a band called Islander. Gemini Syndrome's from L.A., and Nonpoint, they're from Florida. And I believe
they've been out for a while.
Yeah, Nonpoint's been out for a while, man. They're
really
the
alternative metal kind of vibe.
Yeah, like Seven Dusty kind of, stuff like that. And Gemini's kind of the same way. I never heard those guys up until now, but they have actually a pretty big following.
Thank you for educating me because I don't know anything past 1981.
Yeah, man, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, and that should be a really, really fun show, man. Definitely. I think it's going to be a really cool one for us, and hopefully a lot of people will come out,
Yeah, and you'll have the EP available to...
Oh, absolutely. Everything will be there. We should have merch, shirts, the whole nine there.
Yeah, I mean, you're a one-man promotion machine, by the way. Yeah. But, the thing is not only you're a promotion machine, you back up what you do. And,
sure.
I mean, like I said, we took a very strong fondness to you, meeting you as a kid. Calling in. I remember, especially when we were doing Kiss interviews, you'd call up, give your insight, certain questions you wanted to ask.
Right.
And then, somehow you got to work with Leslie West, right?
Yeah, just recently. That's kind of crazy how that all came about. My mother, actually, I have to
Your mom?
I have to thank her for this.
Connecting you with
Seriously,
Leslie.
yeah.
Now, I've known Leslie for a long time. He's been on the show. I mean, I love Leslie to death.
Yeah, man, he's a cool guy.
He really is a great guy.
Anything but good things.
He reminds me of
Leslie.
so many of my uncles growing up.
Yeah,
He's got that kind of
seriously. And his wife Jenny too Jenny West is just, they're both awesome people. I mean, it was really crazy because my mother ended up working a new job that she went into, and it was really, really weird. As you know, Leslie's got sugar diabetes.
Right.
And he has to use those electronic chairs often. He still plays gigs, still goes out to festivals. He's killing it, man. He's still ripping.
One of my favorite, just to interrupt you for a second, one of my favorite Leslie moments is when he came here a few times and played live acoustically.
Oh, man.
To me and Amy.
That must have been
just to sit him right in the middle of us and just doing what Leslie, playing Nantucket Sleigh Ride.
Oh.
And, he did that song, The Cell Live. It was just, I had hair. The hair on my arms was standing up.
Absolutely.
And at that point he had just, jammed with Eddie Van Halen. And he did the thing with Ozzy. They covered Mississippi Queen.
That's right, yeah.
And, I love, one of the greatest guitar players of our generation.
Oh, absolutely, man. He's just an awesome dude and a great guitar player, as well. Not too long ago, she ended up working that job or whatever, and it was so weird. Jenny ended up calling her one day. Now, my mother, she's very into music. She knows about a lot of stuff, musicians and this and that and bands and all that. But she wasn't sure, when she said Jenny West, it didn't click with her right away, until Jenny said, oh, Mississippi Queen and, stuff like that. And she goes, oh, absolutely, I know right away, But when she came home and told me that she spoke to Jenny West that day, I said, Leslie West. I said, absolutely. I know who he is, absolutely. Mountain Man,
Because, you got a good education of 60s and 70s music
sure.
as well,
Yeah, man, sure.
That's the thing that most impressed us about you when we first met you as a 13-year-old.
Right, and being in all that stuff.
And you learned all those Ace riffs from being in rock.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I knew probably every Kiss song in and out, dude, and every Ace solo in and out,
You should take Tommy Thayer's gig.
Yeah, man, right? Oh, he's sure he's getting paid enough, Yeah, man, and I ended up connecting with her. I wrote her an email just telling her about Commonwealth and stuff like that, because she tends to help out new bands and stuff like that, and, she'll help you get your foot in the door a little bit, And I wrote her an email. She actually hit me back with something like, I was spending a lot of time on all your websites. I really liked everything. I really appreciate you sending me all the info. She's like, do me a favor. A private number is going to be calling you. She's like, just do me a favor and answer it, and I had told her all about me being such a huge Kiss fan and stuff when I was younger and, stuff like that. So I guess she got that hint from the email, I told her, like, my whole life story in there. So, the phone rings later the next afternoon or whatever. I actually missed the call because it was on my house phone. I was right outside the door. And I hear the voicemail go off, and I run in my room, and I go and I check the caller ID, and it says private number, and I'm just like, oh, man, I missed the call. Whoever it was, I had no idea who was going to be calling, nothing. And I go and I listen to the voicemail, and it's Paul Stanley. She had called.
Yeah, this kind of blew up.
It was awesome.
In a big way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So Paul Stanley calls you.
Paul Stanley
We're going to see the good
me.
side of Paul Stanley now. We're not going to hear about, like, why my Q-tips?
Yeah, exactly. Not the diva side.
Right.
No, he's
or the merchandising thing, which is, look,
right.
I've met Paul and I've interviewed Paul. He's a really nice guy.
He's
under the umbrella of the other guy.
I can't say anything negative about him.
No,
because
he's a
the guy was such a gentleman to me, man, and was so cool. And I know
wish
he didn't
people
have to
got to
take the
see
time.
more of that side. Well, we're gonna help show that now.
Right. Hopefully that's what this will do a little bit. Yeah, man. He was just, I couldn't say enough good things about him. I mean, he called me and left me a message saying he was going to call me back, that it was Paul, and I'll call you back, Christian, and he did about 3 hours later, and he was backstage in Cincinnati, Ohio, actually, and he was, on the Def Leppard tour, the 40th anniversary tour they got going on. And he talked to me backstage for about a good 15, 20 minutes on the phone, man, just chatting about, Commonwealth. He knew about Commonwealth, I guess, from Jenny and Leslie and stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, dude, it was mind-blowing, to have somebody like that was that important to me.
As a kid.
Yeah. And still now,
Yeah, of course.
Just because anybody like that influences you like that so hard when you're younger, I mean, they're with you forever, And it was just... It was a crazy experience, man. It was a crazy, overwhelming experience, and he was really, really cool and treated me really awesome, and he actually invited me and a few other people, if you guess, out to their PNC show. That was about 2 weeks after that. And
free, right?
Free, man. Free of charge, backstage.
Did Gene know this?
I guess Gene knew because I saw him there, Yeah, right, though. And... yeah, man, it was so cool. I brought, a couple, my bass player from Commonwealth came out with me, Charlie Wealth, he came out with me, and he had a blast,
of
man,
course.
because, Gene's a bass player that he looks up to, too, because, Gene, they don't give Gene a lot of credit either.
As a player?
Oh,
he's amazing.
I
don't hear a lot of people bass, a lot of that stuff I stole from
Dude, those Paul McCartney bass lines and those walking scale, you know what I mean?
Amazing.
He's amazing,
those
man,
those first 4 records, especially when he was just, coming into his own.
His own, yeah, absolutely.
It was, as a bass player, he's right up there. I mean, and for your bass player to, be hanging out. And in those, I will be honest, I still turn into an 11-year-old kid when I'm around those guys.
Absolutely.
Maybe,
you can't help it.
You can't help it. I mean, I've known Ace really, for a long time, and I've done a lot of hanging with him, but every time I see him for the first few minutes, it's always like, hey, man, that's Ace Frehley.
I know. You can't. That's a spaceman, man,
Or Gene or Paul. I mean, even when Gene, and stuff,
Oh, absolutely, man. And
I get around, I'm like, hey, Gene, and then all of a sudden I see him like, hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's another thing, dude. Gene, I mean, it was so cool when we showed up at the show and everything. They do the acoustic thing now,
After the show.
They do it before the show. Non-makeup acoustic, performance before the show. And and he was just so cool, man. He was another guy that they say, he's rough around the edges a little bit or whatever. But He can be, you know, but
not to you.
No,
And that's